What's up, gamers? If you click this video, I'm assuming you're looking for the best controller settings going into Season 2 of Halo Infinite. And if that's right, well, I got the video for you. Here's a short little clip showing you what I do with these settings. Where'd you guys just spawn? We're still in tires. Okay. I'm coming, Jose. Back off if you need to. There's another one top. Danger right there. Bottom A is one shot. I got him. There's gonna be one more looking for enemy planners. Can you guys look?
I got shots on him.
I'm turning.
He's on plant.
Two here. I got one. There's another one on me. I got him. There's the third one. B rails. Fourth one. Let me get over.
Get it.
Oh! And just in case you're wondering, who the heck is this guy? I placed 1820 in Onyx Season 1, and here are some of my stats. Definitely not a pro by any means, but I do have some hours on the game, and I'm fairly confident in my own gameplay. All right, let's get into the settings here. So first off, button layout. Now I know this is a big change for a lot of people in terms of what they play. I've always played bumper jumper. I've played bumper jumper since Halo 3. It's the most comfortable for me. I do have some slight variations, which I'll go over shortly, but it's basically the same thing. Important to note, I also play no paddles. I don't play any paddles. I do play with an Elite Series 2, but no paddles. Thumbsticks, just default. Left is going to be move, right being looked, pretty standard. Vibration off. I don't like having the vibration on. I feel like it distracts me when I'm getting shot. Nothing changed as far as invert. I play normal, no inverted settings. I do have hold to crouch on. I think hold to crouch is a very important setting to have one for kind of the strafe meta that we experience in Halo Infinite. It's a lot more crouch strafing rather than jump strafing. So being able to quickly bounce up and down with your crouches is really important. I also have hold to zoom off, so I like to be able to click my zoom in to be able to peek out with my zoom already held without me having to hold it, especially because I am a right stick zoom. I know a lot of people play left trigger zoom, but I do right stick zoom. Hold to sprint off as well. I like to be able to just press sprint once and run around. When I am sprinting, it is important to not sprint too much in this game. Maintain sprint on. Yeah, so I guess that's like the same thing as hold to sprint. I don't know why there's two separate options for that. Auto clamber off. This one's important. I'm going to show you guys a clip right now of why this is important. Step jump on. Step jump, also a really important skill when you're getting into the technical movement of Halo. And then this is the important one. This is what I know a lot of you guys are going to be looking for. I am a 1 look acceleration gamer. Look sensitivity is at 4, vertical at 4.5. So that's horizontal at 4, vertical at 4.5. This is the perfect for me. It's not too fast, not too slow. It is hard to, if you say someone is really high up in your corners, because I play no look acceleration, it is kind of hard to catch those people sometimes. So you have to combat that with good crosshair placement to be able to, not let yourself get in those situations. There are some settings down here though in the dead zones which help that out slightly, which we'll go over shortly. Zoom level, I have not changed any of these sensitivities. They're all still on 1. This is how it comes standard, so nothing crazy there. Move thumbstick, so that's going to be my left thumbstick. Dead zone set to 2. Center dead zone, that is. Max input threshold at 11 and axial dead zone at 4.0. Dead zones basically are the amount your control stick can move before it is recognized in the game. So a bigger dead zone, meaning it can move more off of that center zone before it's registered. So this might change depending on how your controller is. If it's got a lot of stick drift, you may want a bigger one. If you're a brand new controller, you could probably turn them down a little bit or fine tune right in the middle. But I think what I have is a great base to play off of. I really like this. Typically, I've set my dead zones and I haven't changed them. I've changed them once since I made my previous settings video, and this is where we're at now, and I have not changed them at all. I do have a tiny bit of stick drift, but it's really not that big of a deal at all. It definitely doesn't bother me. The max input threshold, this is kind of important because basically what it does is it's the amount off of center when it's registering before you're hitting the maximum input. So if you're, say, you know, 50% between center and the edge on the right, that could be the max. Higher the number, the closer to the center before you're at max. So I like 11 on the move thumbstick. And then that's where we were talking about with the look thumbstick. I have mine pumped all the way up to 14.5, and this allows me a little bit of variance in those situations where someone's in my top corner. It's because I play no look acceleration. This allows me to hit that max input as fast as possible, try to get to them. So that definitely helps out a lot. This is just standard bumper jumper. So if you are interested in these, just switch it to bumper jumper and take a look. The one thing that I do want to point out, I do play no paddles, like I said before, and one of the metas within Halo Infinite is to be able to drop the weapon. So I have rebound my switch equipment to my right on my D-pad. Now, switch equipment is not used in multiplayer, so it's not an issue at all. And this allows you to do like a two-shot mangler, even though the mangler, don't use the mangler in ranked unless someone uses on you, then you're a bad person. But it's good for like plasma pistols, the green gun, you know, if someone grabs overshield, you hit them with the charge up, hit it, drop it, BR out, one burst to the head. Everything else pretty standard there. I don't really mess with the vehicle settings at all either. We can jump into video. I do play 100 FOV. I found that to just be the best for me. I've tried 105, I've tried 95, I've tried 104. The standard 100 works for me. I like it the best. I do play borderless full screen. I think that's pretty standard on this. I don't know why they don't have a normal full screen. That's something you guys should do, 343. I do have my resolution turned down to 75% now. This is only because I play on a 1440p monitor. I play at the settings that they play at the HCS tournament, which is 1920 by 1080 at 120 FPS. So I have my minimum and maximum frame rates set to 120 right there. VSync off. I don't really like the VSync. It doesn't work for me. And then I play Ultra on all of the other settings. Now you can obviously change this to your hardware standards. I just recently went to a dual PC setup, so I've kind of pumped my graphics up a little bit, and I think it makes the quality of the videos look a lot better for myself, and I'm really happy about that. I pretty much don't come off of 120 frames at all, which is perfect. It's basically how an Xbox Series X would run this, which is perfectly fine. And from my understanding, Xbox Series X Halo Infinite is like infinitely better than PC, but who knows? I've never tried it. Another important fact down here is we turn depth of field to low. I don't like anything that blurs anything in the distance. I need to be able to intake all of the information possible. So anything that's blurring something, I turn off or low. And then the ones down here, I turn off all of the sensory things. So blur, again, 0. Screen shake, I don't want none of that. 0. Exposures, 0, excuse me. Full screen effects, 0. Speed lines off. Sharpening I have at 60, but you can definitely turn that up a little bit. Sometimes I'll bump it up to like 80, but 60 right now is fine for me. Another important one is audio. Now, if we go into audio and turn your environmental effects down, what this is going to do, this is going to allow you to hear the enemy footsteps a lot more clear. It's not going to get muddled up with all the other noises that are happening within Infinite. And honestly, I think this is a little overpowered and not too many people take advantage of this. So if you definitely like to use some good headphones and listen, because you can hear a lot in Halo Infinite, turning this down a little bit is going to allow you to distinctly make a difference between like players running, players shields coming up, all of the crazy noises that they make, and normal environmental sounds within the map. So this is a big one. Definitely to play with this one. Definitely take this one down. The other ones I turned, they're all standard except for hit detection effects. I have cranked all the way up again. That allows me, if I hit something, or like shock nades right now still have hit markers. So if you throw shock nades, you can hear the ticks in your headphones. That kind of information is massive when you're playing at a higher level. Information succeeds and wins games in Halo Infinite. That's extremely true. Everything else is standard though. I don't have anything crazy going on. UI, I have, it's all the same. I haven't messed with any of this. If you guys are curious what outline settings I use Cerise and Mint. I just like the purple and green. It's a little bit easier on my eyes to see. It also matches kind of my theme I got going on in the background. So feel free to change to that. That helps. I know a lot of people turn Cerise to, where is it? It's a yellow color, one of the Sunshine, I think it's Pineapple a lot of people use. So that's another good choice. You could also change this to whatever if you like the blue rather than the green for your teammates. This is just what I've used since the flights. I haven't changed it. Probably won't ever change it. I also have show enemy names on because when you're playing with a team, it's very nice to be able to call out which players you are focusing on. You know, it's an important factor in a team-based match manage to distinguish the weakest link on the enemy team and focus them so that you're constantly putting the enemy at a numbers disadvantage. And then also being aware of where their best players are. So if you have an opportunity to take one of their best players down for 10 seconds, it allows you to get more map control, things like that. Those kind of important topics I'm going to delve deeper into in later videos, but being able to see your enemy names is important to be able to call them out. So, you know, information again is key. All of this stuff turned off, bloom parallax. I don't like none of that. And then this is in the observer stuff. So that's basically all of my settings that I'm going to be using going into season 2 of Halo Infinite. I'm really excited for the Lone Wolf season, the last Spartan standing, the rank resets. I'm going to grind my way back up to Onyx. I may do it on keyboard and mouse as well as controller. I was a keyboard and mouse player before Halo Infinite came out. I was a controller player on Halo 3, but I've been all over the place. I probably have thousands of hours on both controller as well as keyboard and mouse, so I'm not ill-informed on either of them. I enjoy playing with both of them, and I think they both have their advantages, but it is clear right now in Halo Infinite that controller dominates. So that's why you're seeing the meta being controller. Hopefully that changes in the future. Who knows? We'll see with 343 is. If you enjoyed this kind of video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that little thumbs up. I'm going for 100 reactions on the stream. You guys could help me out so much. It's been awesome making videos for you guys, and I can't wait to keep making more. Keep slaying, gamers.